Most businesses tonight can celebrate the lifting of statewide operating restrictions, but for long-term care facilities, reopening will be a much more gradual process. KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy joins us live after looking into how the Department of Health and Senior Services looks to relax the restraints.
Kermit, the state is easing restrictions when it comes to dining, visitation, and activities.
The reopening of long-term care facilities will occur gradually and in phases.
Governor Mike Parson says the state is partnering with local health authorities and care facilities to reopen in the safest way.
The Department of Health and Senior Services provided guidance yesterday for facilities who are ready to allow outside and window visitations, assuming proper safety protocols are in place.
For Ben Shulin, the CEO of JMS Senior Living, he says they are just beginning to work through the guidance so that they can implement it in their 9 facilities.
Putting together policies to be able to to follow that guidance, but it's a little early for me to tell exactly how this is going to shape up. But I do think this is it is a first step.
The guidance suggests recommendations for outdoor visits and visits through an open window, with things like allowing up to 2 visitors with social distancing.
It likely won't be a typical season, but the summer travel period should see more people getting back on airplanes headed to locations where economies have reopened. To fight the spread of COVID-19, airlines have tightened the rules for things such as the use of face coverings. KRCG 13's Kyrian Lee reports from Columbia.
Abigail Thompson and her brother Jake boarded an American Airlines plane at Columbia Regional Airport on Tuesday. The two made sure to pack a mask this time around because without it, they wouldn't be able to board their flight.
I think it's safe. I am happy to do it. I've been wearing a mask out and about. So yeah, really, it was not unexpected that we were told to do this.
Like many other airlines, American already enforces the wearing of a mask at the gate and will deny passengers who don't comply with rules. Now that American has further strengthened its policy, they can deny future travel passengers who refuse to wear a face covering.
I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but since we're going to a place with like a lot higher population, it's probably important that we wear a mask. And since we're on a plane, it's like such close quarters with other people.
Beginning Thursday, United Airlines announced passengers who don't comply with the mandatory mask on board policy will be placed on an internal travel restriction list. Passengers will lose their travel privileges for an unknown amount of time, pending an incident review. Despite enforcement, airlines do have exceptions for when face coverings don't have to be worn. The exceptions include passengers who have medical conditions or a disability that prevents them from wearing a mask, and for those who cannot put on or remove a face covering themselves and small children.
It might be important to wear a mask just for other people's safety. I'm not really worried about my safety, but I'm happy to do it.
Coverings can also be taken off while eating or drinking.